and welcome to the official Media Day stream of the EMC Xfinity series. I'm Kyle England alongside Patrick McPeak. Hello, Patrick.
What up, my dudes?
Okay,
Sorry, I should
and
have been a
today
little
we're
bit more
going to be
professional.
asking. Oh. So today we're going to be asking some of our Xfinity drivers a series of questions that we didn't really line up. We're just going to be thinking of a lot of these as we go, but we're going to be having a couple of
Hold on,
Xfinity drivers,
hold on here.
and
This is just in.
yeah.
We're going into breaking news for a second here. It's just in that Jarrett's dog, which was at Victory Lane, bit Noah at Victory Lane instead of humping. All right, you may continue.
All right. So up first in our driver lineup for today's media day, we have Ashton LaJoy. Hello, Ashton. Ashton, where's your mic?
Sorry, people, we're having technical difficulties here.
Okay, I
Okay.
muted myself. Okay, hello.
Okay. Make sure that your audio is included with the stream. We just want to make sure
I
that you
turned it on
have
right
that
away.
done. Okay. So, welcome to the Media Day stream. And so, first of all, you're driving for your own team in the EMC Xfinity series. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. We haven't got to see any equipment go yet, so I hope you have good people or a good. Our driver yesterday did not start, so we didn't really get to see what it was like yesterday. But hopefully we'll get to see how it is today.
Okay. And tonight you have the the Daytona 150. And
Yeah,
how do you feel about that race? Anybody?
I feel pretty good, but it really goes anyway. It's a plate track, so I don't know who's gonna win until the last couple laps.
We saw that yesterday with random example. Ethan Hoffman led 48 of 50 laps in last night's Truck Series race. And then, right at the end, Noah McGalliard went to win a controversial finish. But Noah McGalliard went on to win after Ethan Hoffman led 48 laps. So, how do you feel? How do you feel that's going to translate in today's race for Xfinity?
I believe it will, but if it depends if you have a wreck. If under and two to go, don't get a caution. Depends on that. Depends who's going to set up for the win. But I think if we get the track position coming to the end, we have a good shot.
Yeah, that's always good for any team owner to hear, and since you are a team owner, that's always good for you to hear. Do you have any other teammates?
Tonight I won't, but in the future I'll have some hot seat teammates.
What?
Tonight I don't,
Okay.
but in the future I'll have Andrew as a hot seat teammate, and then number 3.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. So as we saw last night, manufacturer teammates made a big role in this race as Jarrett Talmadge and Ethan Hoffman worked together to pull away to big leads. And since you don't have a teammate, how do you feel about that?
Well, I need to establish a relationship with other Chevy drivers tonight, or I'm probably not gonna do so good. So I'll have to work on that for the race.
Okay. And I'm sure Patrick has a couple questions for you.
Ashton, it's great to see you here as one of our guests on this show. And also, how does it feel actually being in this, being part of Media Day, and how's your day been here at Media Day?
It's been pretty good. I wasn't expecting to go first, but here we are, so.
Well, a lot of scheduling has been changed. Some things happen last minute. Some things happen that are planned. We just don't know what happens. But I want to get to know about how do you think your tires, downforce, gas, 9 yards, think your car is actually going to perform tonight?
Well, I'm probably not going to have too much downforce because there's not going to be. I don't need to carry a lot of speed through the corners being a draft the entire time. I probably don't need the tires too much because they don't wear too fast at Daytona. And fuel would be it's not always easiest to save here, but it's as long as you can get behind somebody and manage throttle, you can try.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you
And
for your time, man, and I
oh,
hopefully
we
we'll
still have a
see you at
lot of time
Victory
left
Lane
with
this week.
Ashton. We still have a lot of
Oh,
I
time
know.
left with Ashton.
okay. Everything I said was a lie. All right. There we go. All right. You can continue
All
on.
right.
He's gonna be on for another 7 minutes. So, Ashton, how
Uh,
do you feel about fuel strategy in this race? You feel like that's gonna be a major factor?
uh, I feel like we're gonna get a late caution, which might just tear apart the fuel strategy, but I don't really know.
Mhm.
And also, Ash, what is your manufacturer? Is it Chevy, Toyota, or Ford?
He's a
Chevy.
Chevy.
Chevy. Have you ever actually messed with any kind of vehicle that is Chevy in this kind of racing?
So at least I think there's more, but I still need to figure out somebody to work with this race. I have no teammates.
Well, we saw yesterday that all the Chevys were working together, and in the end, it paid off with getting Noah McGalliard the win. And you have a couple of Chevy drivers out on the field with you today,
Yeah.
and you are allowed to communicate with them throughout the race. So, do you feel like you can make some alliances with that that Chevy group?
Yeah, I think you mix some alliances. It
Okay.
should be somewhat similar to last night's Chevy gang, but well, I don't know. Let's see if the Fords learned anything or Toyotas learned anything from last night.
I don't even know if there's any Fords in the field. There weren't any
Probably not.
last night.
Also, Ashton, you're a one-man team right now for your team. Do you actually have any doubts going into this season?
Well, today we just got our first cup. My main goal is to get a cup driver, but I don't know. I wish to have a teammate for everybody in truck series, but we just have one person race series, so that's going to be a little tough for the drivers. But I don't know. As long as we can get some
Oh,
working together for our Chevys, I don't have too many doubts.
all right. So, as you said earlier, you're a team owner, and have you ever owned a team before in any type of racing?
I have, but it's not quite as it's been a little bit since I have, and it wasn't as like this. It was a little easier.
Okay. And you do in a truck team. You have a very unproven driver in Andrew Rittman. Do you
Yeah.
feel like he could turn into a star?
Well, I gotta say yes because he's on my team. Well, I hope he sure can.
Okay.
Also, Ashton, who do you think is going to be your biggest rivalry in this season in Xfinity?
That's a tough one. I don't want to start one this early. I'm gonna have to go with. I'll tell you no in the lineup is for sure. I don't know. Maybe Mark Silas, but I'm not. I don't know. So we'll figure it out.
Well, I've actually been doing some research on a team and some other team on. I've been doing research on other teams because I actually own a car in Xfinity, and the driver's name is JoJo. He is, in my opinion, I think he's going to be a star in all divisions in this series or any league.
Well, this
Like
isn't
he was,
this
but
isn't about you, Patrick.
I know that. But just listen to me. Hold on here. Let me get to my point. But I feel like if you actually had a team that was a big rivalry for you, who do you think it could be?
As a team in general, I don't know. I think your team might be one that's gonna be a tougher one, but because I think JoJo can be a pretty
Hey,
strong driver sometimes.
hey, we're forgetting about All Star Motorsports here.
Oh, yeah.
Who Who?
You gotta get the line too, Kyle.
Who? Who?
It's
Kyle's
just a
team.
matter of getting them to show up to the race.
What team? Whose team?
All-Star Motorsports.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm on that team. I was trying to make a joke out of
Hey.
it. No. Hey, when it comes down to it, Kyle, we're actually enemies.
Well, that's good enough for you guys.
All right, let's get
Alright,
serious.
so
Let's get back here and be professional here.
okay, well, that's pretty much all we have for you today, Ashton. So, thank you for your time here, and good luck. And we hope to see you in Victory Lane.
And I hope I do end up making it tonight.
Well,
Alright.
good luck, man.
Well, we know you have some bigger fish to fry, so go get ready.
I will. Okay, I'm just gonna meet myself now.
Leave the party.
You can just remove him. You know that, right? Oh, never
I
mind.
know. I'm removing them.
You already done it. I'm going to text you something,
So,
Kyle.
alright, up next we have JoJo Sims, and we were talking about him earlier. He's the driver for Patrick Peak and AKK Racing. And drives in number 99. And he's a proven young driver. He's only 10 years old, but seeing him race, he's a very talented 10-year-old. And then I'm only 11, but we don't talk about that. So, he'll be here with us shortly.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
I thought you were 11 going on 3.
What? Well, what are you? 18 going on 2?
1.5. Thank you very much.
So, this is a little bit off topic while we're waiting for JoJo, but what you think about Pocono last week? Or not last week, like last Sunday.
Last Sunday, I thought it was a really good race. I feel like if Harvick didn't have such a bad pit, it was his strategy. Not going to say anything bad. Not Carl Edwards, but Kevin Harvick would have been the winner of that race if he was just a little bit more easy with fuel and tire. He would actually won that race, in my opinion. But now I
Kyle
want to
Busch.
But now
Yeah.
let's talk about the beef of the race. Let's talk about what happened between. Let's talk about what happened between Daniel Suarez and Bubba Wallace.
Okay. I didn't even hear about that until after I got back from the race.
But now, if you go over to NASCAR's YouTube channel, you actually see them argue and have some words with each other. Apparently, they didn't like each other that weekend. But we need to watch both of them very, very closely next week because you don't know who's going to get turned around or who's going to throw the first punch next week. Who knows? It might happen during the drivers' meeting. It might happen between at practice, qualifying, or at the race. You just don't know. So I
Hey,
think
welcome to our one viewer. By the way, I'm sure that you've probably raced in this league before, but if not, welcome to the EMC Cup Series Media Day. And if you like what you hear here, and I'm just doing some online racing, if you like what you hear, then please do consider joining this league. And why JoJo hasn't joined the party yet is kind of confusing me.
I think he's maybe having technical difficulties.
Well, I don't have another driver lined up after him, so
Look at my
I'm
text
gonna
message
get
I
some
sent
of
you.
our owners. Yeah, I saw.
Let's see here.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties getting our driver in here. He's having some technical difficulties and not receiving the invites that are being sent. So, until we get these technical difficulties resolved, Patrick, you are a Xfinity Series team owner, and you have JoJo as one of your drivers, and just got a message from him. And you guys have had some beef in the past, but how do you feel about him driving for your team?
Well, I'm actually happy to have him as my driver. I've seen him the way he competes in OMA. I think he's really a competitive and chill
OMW.
driver. What?
OMW.
When did they go to OMW?
No, they never did, but that's what we call it here. No disrespect, but
Okay. Well,
they're
anyway.
kind of a competitor league.
Well. Anyway. Well. I think he's a good driver. I think he's going to be very, very successful this season. In my opinion, I think he's a 110% chance that he will bring us our first ever Xfinity championship for Mac Racing. And if it goes out well, I think we can do it. But anything is possible at this point. We might have bad luck, might have some good races, might have bad days. But I'm hoping that we actually have a good race every week and come out on top every week. But when you mentioned about the beef, I texted him. I said, "Hey, let's leave things past and let's focus on the future. Let's mean you be a successful team. And we go to OMW, but when we're in me and you are going to be a team." And that's how we put it, and that's how
Okay.
professional that we're going to be.
All right, so that's definitely a good thing. So, yeah, we hope to see you guys have some good luck on the track, but not quite as good as our luck over at ASM. But hey, and JoJo just joined the party, so welcome, JoJo. Hey, so we had some technical difficulties, but it's good to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Is this audio included?
Oh yeah, make sure that your audio is being included in the stream. Yes, this is a stream on Twitch. Now we just have more awkward silence. Did you include it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what? Okay. Is it included or not? Okay. Well then.
Good look at the party. go to the party,
No,
and
no, no.
then
I think he has it included.
all right, go to party, hit the home button, and go to where it says March Nickel '07 party, and be where it says include my audio should be right above it. Invite everyone to game. If there's not a check in the box, that means your audio is not included.
I don't know. Six and a half hours later. It's probably included because I had party chat turned all the way up, so it's probably included. And no, we don't have anybody else in line. So if it's not, well, I'm sorry, but so welcome to the stream, and we have a few questions for you. First of all, you're going in the Daytona 150, for your first race back here since Daytona of season 1. So, how do you feel about that? hmm So, you're going back to Daytona in the Xfinity series, and you're an established driver in multiple series, and you're driving for a single car team, and as we saw yesterday in the truck race, teammates are everything. How do you feel about only being a single car team?
I feel fine about it because I'm pretty sure I can still try and work with people.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you do know that you're allowed to work with other Chevy drivers and you're allowed to communicate with them as the race goes on, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you're going to be able to make some alliances there, hopefully. And that'll be good for you. So you're going in and Daytona is very unpredictable. Do you feel like pitch strategy is going to have anything to do with how this race plays out?
Oh, yeah. Strategy is like a big part of.
Okay.
I'll be sure to have a good one.
And how do you feel about tires? Do you think that's going to be important or no? You don't think tires will be that important?
Not too.
Okay, and I'm sure that Patrick has some questions for you, especially since he's your team owner. Patrick, fire away.
All right, JoJo, since you are the star driver of my team, technically, but I'm just saying that you are. So, how do you think your car is going to play out, and also how does it feel to actually be in the star driver of Mac Racing?
He's the only driver of Mac Racing. Okay. And although not a charter, I'm sure that your owner, Patrick McPeak, has made an alliance with my team at All Star Motorsports. And we're going to try to work with you as much as we can. So, yeah, do you think that's going to be an advantage for you, having a 3-4 car team helping you out?
Yeah.
Okay, and got you on the show for 5 more minutes. So you've had a little bit of a success here in the past, but you've only ran 2 races, but both those races were pretty good. Do you feel like that gives you any momentum coming into the Xfinity series?
It gives me some.
Okay, well that's definitely good to hear. And I don't really know what else to say. So I sure you looked at it. If not, then you should. But how do you feel about the Xfinity schedule as a whole?
I didn't schedule, but I think it's pretty good.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about the competition level of the Xfinity series?
I haven't looked at it yet, but
Okay. Well, I can
I
tell
think I'll be able to manage it.
you have drivers such as Drew Jua going at it. You have Colin Baylor who's going to be racing. Those are a couple that I can think of right now. Adam Mitchell will be racing in that. So, do you feel like that's going to give you some competition?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. And finally, you're a driver with Chevy. Have you ever driven a Chevy before in any type of leagues?
No.
No?
I don't think I ever raced it.
Okay, so you're going into this pretty blind with Chevy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good.
Okay. And do you feel like you can have some success with Chevy? Okay, well, I'm sure your team owner's glad to hear that. I definitely am. And I hope to see you in Victory Lane sometimes. Thanks. And that's really all we have for you, so.
All right, I got 2 more questions here. I got 2 more
Patrick
questions.
has a couple questions for you.
All right. Who do you think is going to be your biggest rivalry this season? All right. And also, how is your relationship with the sponsors, Dow? How do you have a good relationship with the sponsor?
Oh yeah, really good. I like what they.
Well,
Have you ever raced with them on your car before?
No, but
Okay. Okay.
all right, JoJo. We'll see you at Victory Lane, hopefully, and bring us a W for Mac Racing, and I'll see you at Victory Lane to interview.
All right. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're going to be ending off the coverage here from the Xfinity Series Media Day. And we hope you enjoyed, had some fun. And again, if anybody is new here, then feel free to contact me at MarchNichols70 on Xbox to have a chance of getting you a ride in the EMC.
And also
So-
make sure to also contact me as well at EnforceCon616, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I'm sorry, Kyle, I have to do this. I'm trying to make a living here.
Quit. No promoting your YouTube channel.
All right, be sure to subscribe to my channel at PatrickBeak.com and go to the merch link in bio.
No.
Peace.
Okay.